the Parliament. Please. In the name of God, I would like to thank Dr. Abla and the Egyptian Center for discussing and tackling such an important issue. And we are all here today discussing such a problem that's been that we are facing since 60 years ago. And throughout the fruitful discussions, I see that there are experts. They are mentioning numbers, statistics, equations, and they are setting important points. We don't need only the government, but we need all the NGOs, the political parties. We need a state project because at the end we need to achieve the objective. We need to solve the problem that we are talking about 60 years ago. This system should have the participation of all the state institutions, the media, the political parties, the NGOs. All these are going to work together. If we divided the society into sectors, each sector is not going to listen to the advice except from a certain sector. For example, if we say that this sector is going to take the advice or the recommendation from the religious people, so the religious people should talk in this subject that the people are interested in listening to. The media, for example, to have like documented movies or short movies, stories, real stories. A woman that she gave birth to 5 or 6 children and then she suffered from lots of diseases, and then we start addressing the specific sector. In our society, we have lots of poor families. What is the role of the media? If you remember in the past, they were having like commercials and advertising about the contraceptives methods, like short movies. They were actually very nice, and the message was even delivered to the villages and to the small towns. The medical visit to conduct and to pay visits to the houses in the villages to talk about the different methods. Do we need all this? Yes, we need all this. If we talked about the legislations, as I am a member in the Egyptian Parliament, the philosophy of any legislation in the whole world is to enforce the law. If we issue a law and then we did not enforce the law, so the result will be zero. So what we need, all the stakeholders, all the entities, the Parliament, the Ministry of Health to take the responsibilities, the Ministry of Media, the religious people, the cultured persons, the NGOs, the faculties, the education, Ministry of Education, the universities. We start producing series and movies about such stories. For example, a woman that she gave birth to 6 or 5, and another family that they do have like 2 children, and the family with the 2 children, they were able to send the children to join good schools and then universities and then to have a proper job. So what we need at the end, because I don't want to be lengthy, what we need at the end to have a state project to work together, all the stakeholders and all the entities, to start working. If we succeeded in doing this, I think we will be able to solve the problem. The sustainable development, it's very important to talk about sustainability and distributing the maps. We are talking about the governorate of El Wadi El Gadid. We have North and South Sinai. The area is very huge. This is a big problem. If we are capable of achieving the sustainable development in providing projects, agriculture, lands. Now the state is focusing on the road and the transportation projects. We need also to focus on Sinai, how to reclaim the desert in Sinai. If we are capable of distributing the population on these areas, we are going to achieve progress in the sustainable development, and at the same time you benefit from the youth, from the power of the youth. If we benefit from this power, from this energy, the energy of the youth is going to be an energy to move Egypt to a good and a prospect, a good future. Actually, we run out of time, so I'm not going to open the door for discussions. I think everybody said everything. One comment. Two comments. Actually, I wanted to thank you very much, and I would like to thank the centers and the center because you put your hand on the problem, the idea of the governance and how to manage this file. This is the main problem that we face. The proposal that we submitted to the Prime Minister, it was a kind of a presidential council or a ministerial council that is responsible for the coordination and implementing the proposal. And we were talking also about the structure, but actually this did not happen, unfortunately. So the idea, the comprehensive idea and the comprehensive approach, we are talking about the decentralization and to have a task force on the governorate and to have representatives from the different ministers, and all the statistics are available. So we know the problems, we know the problems of providing the service, the problems of the awareness, the percentage of youth that they are not working in the governorate, so we need certain interventions in such a governorate. Everything is available, but there is no task force that we will make us able to operate it, to implement it. So this was a kind of work that we did with the national planning. The idea of not the lack of coordination between the ministries. And even inside a single ministry, actually people, they are working in one room and they do not coordinate with the people working in the next room. When you register a newborn baby, it's very easy. You can start doing the awareness. The ideas are there, the resources are there, not only from the funding agencies, but also the private sector are very enthusiastic about this. They actually would like to. They are very keen in solving this problem. So we are coordinating with the sectors and with the departments on a single base. We need to do a kind of networking between all of them. Now we start talking to the Ministry of Education in order to include a subject in the curriculum talking about the population problem. So what will be the vision throughout this proposal? That will be our start point. We would like to know what are the next steps. There are some quick wins that we can do. As we said, there are lost opportunities that we can overcome these lost opportunities until the governance issue will be addressed. But actually, whatever we are doing, even we are supporting the strategy, supporting the revision and the reviewing and monitoring the strategy, but we are going to have a complete benefit from this. I think that this is the main problem, the coordination. We as attendees, we would like to know what are the next steps rather than the studies, what are the things that the center can provide to work together in order to push this strategy forward. Thank you very much for your proposal, and thank you, Dr. Abla, for your proposal. I would like to ask a question to Dr. Hussein. In one of the time, Dr. Hussein, we had studies on the